The dating Cold War, when men walk away and women ask why. Something strange is happening in modern dating, and most people are pretending not to see it. Across social media, podcasts, and data reports, the same pattern keeps appearing. Men are quietly stepping away from the traditional dating game. Some commentators are calling it a dating boycott. That's the wrong description. Boycotts are organized. This isn't organized. This is withdrawal. And withdrawal always tells you something about the environment. For generations, men were taught a clear formula for life. Work hard, build something of value, pursue a woman, start a family, and society would reward your effort. The equation was simple. Effort produced stability, partnership, and purpose. But that equation has quietly broken. Today, many men look at the modern landscape and see a completely different set of incentives. They see a culture where masculinity is frequently framed as the problem. They see social narratives that portray men as disposable, dangerous, or unnecessary. And they see dating markets shaped by social media illusions rather than real human compatibility. So many of them simply opt out, not with protest, with silence. Meanwhile, a growing number of women are expressing frustration that men are no longer putting in effort when it comes to dating. Articles circulate weekly claiming that men are failing to pursue relationships the way previous generations did. But effort always follows reward. Remove the reward and effort disappears. This is basic human behavior. The modern dating market has been reshaped by something previous generations never had to navigate: algorithmic comparison. Social media platforms expose people to thousands of curated lives, filtered images, and exaggerated standards. In that environment, expectations quietly inflate. What many call basic requirements today would have been considered elite standards just 20 years ago. A stable income, high emotional intelligence, physical fitness, social status, confidence, charisma, political alignment, perfect communication skills. Stack those expectations together, and you no longer have a partner. You have a performance review. And many men simply refuse to apply for the job. At the same time, the cultural messaging aimed at young women often celebrates independence while quietly discouraging self-reflection. The language of "you deserve everything" sounds empowering, but it can also disconnect expectations from reality. Nature, however, is immune to slogans. Dating markets follow the same rules as every other system in life: supply, demand, and perceived value. And reality eventually corrects illusions. Interestingly, even communities that reject traditional gender roles are discovering the same problem. Viral videos from women who date women reveal identical frustrations: unrealistic expectations, emotional instability, and difficulty maintaining long-term partnerships. The issue, it turns out, isn't simply men. It's modern relationship culture itself. Another subtle shift is happening in the workplace. Many men have adopted a quiet policy of minimizing interaction with female colleagues. It's not hatred, it's risk management. In a corporate environment where misunderstandings can become career threats, avoidance becomes the safest strategy. That alone tells you something about how much trust has eroded between the sexes. The deeper truth is this: men are not organizing a boycott. They are responding to incentives. When relationships feel adversarial, when expectations feel impossible, and when appreciation disappears, men redirect their energy elsewhere, toward hobbies, work, solitude, or casual relationships with minimal investment. This isn't rebellion, it's adaptation. But there is a deeper law beneath all of this. Healthy relationships require mutual humility. They require two people who are willing to examine themselves as much as they examine each other. They require shared values, realistic expectations, and the understanding that partnership is cooperation, not competition. When either side replaces reflection with entitlement, the entire structure collapses. Right now, modern dating looks less like partnership and more like negotiation between two groups that no longer trust each other. And trust, once broken, is one of the hardest things to rebuild. But history teaches something important. Cultures that forget how to form families eventually face consequences far beyond dating apps. Because when men and women stop building together, civilizations eventually stop building at all. Coach DC. Thank you for reading. If you found this perspective valuable, subscribe to the page and join the conversation in the comments.